Hey everyone, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is SilverHyena, and what I am going to be doing for today's video is, well, I had picked up these 3 markers as part of a previous haul video. I will have a link to that in the description below. However, what I figured was I've got 3 markers right here. Oh, probably helps if I point them actually at the camera. Who'd have thought? Anyways, I've got 3 alcohol-based markers. These are the Master's Touch alcohol-based markers with the brush and chisel tip. So I figured that, you know what? Maybe I will try my hand at doing that 3 marker challenge thing I've seen floating around on YouTube. I know, I'm late to the party, but better late than never. I know, this is the after party. There we go. And while I'm at it with those, I also have these, which these are fine liner pens that I had picked up at Five Below. So I am really curious how these work out for $4, because typically the fine liners I like to use, like 1 pen would be $4 or more. This is a whole set, so I am very, very curious. Anyways, yeah, let's just get going. Alrighty, so ever so exciting, and in my squeaky chair, I'm going to swatch out the markers first, and then try out these pens. So, set that aside. I love this chair. Alright. Oh, that is a very, very pale green. Let's see. Spectrum green. It is very pretty, though. I do like it. Very pastel. And let's try the chisel. Okay, so I got a very light green, and now we've got fluorescent green, and ooh, I like that. And I've already done a full review of Master's Touch alcohol-based markers. I'll have a link in one of those little eye bubbles available. Yep, so it just popped up right there. If you want to pause this video and go and take a look at that, that would be wonderful. However, if you don't want to watch that video for whatever reason, even though it might make me a little bit sad, I will simply say that while not as good as Ohuhu, they're still definitely worth a try. And oh my, I am living for this pink, I'm telling ya. Woo! Ooh, okay, and now, this is probably going to be an epic disaster, but I need to try. I'm going to try a blend test with the brush tip, and then try a blend test with the chisel tip, and then move on to these. Okay, well, it's like the greens aren't too bad. I'm just curious as to what the pink is going to do. Moment of truth. Well, I suppose it could be worse. All right, let's try to save this. Okay, yeah, it kind of turns into a bit of mud, but at least I've got 2 greens to work with. Okay, so it's like the 2 greens, they actually blended together very nice, but the pink is kind of the... But let's see if chisel can save face. This is why it's always a good idea to swatch out your art supplies. should not be giggling as much as I am, but sometimes there's just an interesting bit of challenge and fun with trying to make something that doesn't really work. So maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment. Oh wow, that really started to blend in there. Oops. Well, I think that this one with the chisel actually looks a bit better than the one with the brush in this case. Well, okay, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, I guess. Anyways. I am very, very curious to see how well these are gonna work. Time to go in for that aesthetically. Never mind. Okay, so in order to keep them nice and neat, they have these little plastic thingies in there. So, yeah, my whole pour shot idea was, well, shot, but I can still swatch them, so it's all good. So it looks like they're kind of separated out. Like these are the chunkier ones. And then we've got like the regular liners. Although this one also does have the brush. So I'm just going to start with this side first. And if I can ever get them loose, I'll probably do one and then just speed things up. So that way we can get to the illustration faster. So this one is the 03, or 0.3, excuse me. Ooh, that is some very smooth lines. That is nice. I was not expecting such a cheap pen to be so delectably smooth and juicy. I sound like I'm describing a smoothie. Or a really, really nice piece of watermelon or something. Alrighty, so I'm gonna speed this up. And then it's illustration time, so let's just go. Alright, so as near as I can tell with this set, they give you an assortment of various fine liners, and then it's like they give you 3 bullets that are the exact same, 3 chisels that are the exact same, and then just some generic, for some reason it just says black, even though they're all black. However, this one though, all of these were very nice and juicy except for this one. This one was a little on the drier side. However, 1 out of 14 markers, or pens I should say in this case, pens, only 1 being dry? That's not bad. So, yeah, and it still worked too, so there's that. Anyways, it is time to get illustrating. Having your color palette limited to only 3 colors really makes things tricky. At least 2 out of the 3 played nicely, but that highlighter fluorescent pink served to make things interesting. And I think that's what makes this challenge fun. Now, I just used the 3 markers that I had picked up. I figured 3 markers were already there, so why not? But before I get too ahead of myself, these Five Below fine liners worked incredibly well. I mean, they didn't even feel cheap. And there was very little smudging. One thing I was worried about was that since these pens were so cheap, they'd smear around like a toddler given free rein over spaghetti night. Surprisingly, this was not the case. Thankfully. So there's a win from Five Below. And quite possibly a show stealer to top it off. Now back to the markers themselves. I loved that spectrum green. So light and airy, if I can say that. Yeah, I can say that. It's my video. But that pink, even just trying to keep it for an accent color, it felt like it was trying to take over. Which it is an obnoxiously bright pink, so it's kind of understandable. I'm definitely going to try this challenge again. As much as I love having a vast array of colors and tones at my disposal, there's something to be said about the creativity that arises from a severely limited color palette. Maybe I could make a series out of this. Would this be something you'd like to see me do more of? Post below. Alrighty, so I gotta say that these, for $4, these were an absolute bargain. It's like the ink flow, aside from that one that I did in the swatches, the ink flow was fantastic. So Five Below struck oil and gold with these particular fine liner pens. These were totally worth it. Totally worth it. As for these beauties, well, I had more fun than I thought I would. At first I was thinking, oh boy, here I go torturing myself for views again. Only using 3 colors, but I had a lot of fun with this. I might need to do this more often. With different markers. Ooh, there we go. Post below if you want to see me do more 3 marker challenges, because this is my first time I ever did this and I had a ton of fun. And of course, if you also want to add in extra little challenges to that, go ahead and post that too. I mean, like, you know, let's make things interesting. Like, you know, maybe, okay, I'm probably going to regret saying this because some of you are probably going to post it now. Like, do it, but no fine liners, or no pencils, no this, no that, or add this. Yeah, I'm probably going to regret this, but the things I do for views and likes. Speaking of likes, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And while we're at it, why not visit my Instagram at SilverHyena Art. So, with that being said, this is SilverHyena signing off. Stay creative, everybody, and don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Bye!